everyone, good evening. My name is Divya and welcome to Women Empower Women series. And today we have a special guest. Her name is Yojana Moghe. And the topic for today that we've chosen is being a pandemic mom. And all of us, are juggling right now, and we've all become pandemic moms. So we'll bring her on and we'll understand how, now all the mothers and how, we can well tackle the situation. We'll get her online and we'll get started. Just to give you a background about Yojana was working as a lead QA for about more than a year, and then she decided to switch to Cuemath. Now, the reason she switched to Cuemath and became a consultant with them was because she likes nurturing young minds and she loves teaching. So, it's always about really going after the passion that's burning inside you. And I think that's the calling that we all get, right? And that's what you want to do. And so that's what Yojana also did. So I'm just waiting for her to come online. And what we want you to do in this live is share your experiences, how this pandemic has helped you develop new skills, how you're managing your kids, your experiences, or any questions that you may have. You can feel free to post it here and we'll pick it during our conversation. So let's wait for her. Just search for online here. Okay. Just give me a moment, please. Just trying to get her online with me. Hi Priyanka. You want to come online? If you want to, we will. Okay.
Wait, why are you leaving? Cancel.
Okay, I think I see Yojana with us. So yes. Hi.
Hi, Divya.
Can you hear me, Yojana?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello. Welcome to Women Empower Women series
Thank
with
you.
K. And you look lovely. Uh,
Thank you.
so
So do you.
Thank you so much. So, for the viewers, I was just setting the context and telling them that we all kind of, in this pandemic era, we've honed a lot of skills and,
Right.
how to manage, and we'll definitely listen to you and understand more about it. But just so that,
Sure.
people know you a little bit, Yojana, if you can share a few lines about yourself.
Sure. Thank you. First of all, thank you for having me over. And yeah, so firstly, I'm the mom of two naughty little brats. And I am coming to my education. I am a Btech graduate. I
Yeah.
have been born and brought up at Hyderabad. So I'm from Hyderabad. And I have completed my Btech. Then I worked close to 10 years in the software industry as a
Right.
software engineer, as QA lead.
Yeah.
And I have also done I'm a graduate in management. So after about 10 years into software industry, then I took a break because I wanted to be with my kids, look after my children, and
Right.
that was a full-time job. So I keep telling that, I from a part-time job of 9 to 5, I moved on to a full-time job, 24/7.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Right. So when I was, after my break and I was looking after my kids, I thought I should be doing something. And then I always loved teaching because, born and brought up into an academic family, both my parents being professors, teaching was something that I've seen as I was
Right,
growing up. So I
right,
wanted to do something, and QMath was an option that I had considered because that gave me the flexibility of working from home at my
right.
convenience. And
Yeah,
I just loved their, their curriculum, their pedagogy. So everything seemed well. And then I took a franchise of QMath and I've started taking
right.
classes. So that's where I am currently. I've
Wonderful.
been with QMath for 5 years, and I'm
Right.
consultant there now.
Wonderful, wonderful, Yojana. So welcome once again, and let's get started. It's such an interesting topic, and we all can relate to the topic very
Yes,
well. And but
yes,
we want to gain insights from you. How you've been going about this challenging year, and I mean a year has already passed, and another year definitely looks ahead of us.
right.
And how you've been tackling and few things that you can teach us. Probably we can be more efficient in handling the situation. uh, Now, to begin with, uh, the rules this year, this past year and the year ahead, for children specifically have changed, and they've got impacted the most. uh,
Right.
how has it been for you, and how have you been handling, and what kind of changes have happened for children, if you can share a few details.
Oh, yes, it's been a very, very challenging year. And,
Yeah,
I would say it's been totally different because, nothing was expected, first of all.
yeah,
And especially for children, I think the major setback or the major challenge they had was not being able to socialize, not being able to go out, meet
right.
people, talk to people, and all that, was a very normal and, a casual thing that would happen earlier now seems to be having, all apprehensions. What if we step out? What if we go out? And even worse is for toddlers because they only see their parents now wearing masks, using sanitizers, stepping out. So, all this is the new lexicon they use, using sanitizers, COVID,
Yeah,
quarantine, masks and all this. So you just don't see anybody stepping out without that. So I mean,
yeah,
apart from that, I think being children is what they miss a lot. Not being able to go to school, not meeting friends, not being able to travel and meet the relatives. They're all
right.
between the four walls, and
Walls.
that's something that they don't even know how to express.
Right, right,
Yeah, so that's really a challenge that kids nowadays are facing.
right.
But but I think there have been options. I mean, given that they're not able to go out, we also have an
Yeah,
option of video calls and then talking over the phone. So we are adapting to a new lifestyle change. you know
yeah,
if uh, if if I can put it, in the organizations, when you talk about project management, we talk something about change management,
yeah.
right? So we are all in the process of implementing
Change
change
management.
management in our own homes, which is our
Absolutely,
organization, right.
absolutely,
So I look
absolutely.
at it that way. The change management is in process, and this is something that would not end. So you need to understand, you need to execute, and then you also need to reinforce and sustain this change, right? Being adaptable
Absolutely.
to the dynamic changes that are coming with respect to our lifestyles, with the way we handle things, with the way we tackle things at home also.
Absolutely, very well said. I mean, it is a change management, and at an
Yes,
individual level, this is a unit, this is an organization that we are running
right,
together. and there are
Yes.
stakeholders who get impacted by the actions that we take. Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes.
Wonderful
Yes.
analogy, and I like it. So, moving on to my next question, Yojana. How have you personally been able to navigate this phase? You're a mother of two children, and you have your QMAT classes, which also requires preparation, dedication, and focus. And your children are with you, and how have you been navigating this time?
It was challenging, but as I said, I was looking at this more of a, because the kind of person I am, probably, I was
Yeah,
trying to look at it, from the change management perspective. So if this is the change and challenge that I had at hand, then I had
yeah,
to do something. First, identify what are the things that need a change, identify the resources that I have, you know, pardon me if I'm using too many jargons, but yeah, this is
no,
how I looked at it.
yeah, I mean, this is the best way I could relate, probably. So, yeah,
I can't help it, the 10 years of, the 10 years
yeah,
of my experience is just not going away. So, so that's how I looked at it, identifying the stakeholders and then identifying the resources and then ensuring that these changes are implemented, by everybody at home. So it's not just
yeah,
one person handling. It is to
yeah.
ensure that everybody at home is participating, everybody at home. Thankfully, I have a very supportive family. So, I have everybody
Very
involved.
nice.
One thing that
Very nice.
that majorly I would say have worked for me or is working for me is maintaining a schedule. Schedule is not something that you have to get up at 8, you have to have this breakfast. No, having a stipulated time for every activity. So this is breakfast time followed by study time, or followed by lunch, then a rest
Yeah,
time, then play time. So this is what we need to handle, because what I noticed is when children are not able to go out, go to school, what is it that they miss the most? Apart from socializing, I think the structured way of learning is something that they miss. So, what is
yeah.
a structured way of learning
Unconsciously, but
that
they do. Yeah,
right, they do. So this is why do we go to school, or why do we send our children to school? Because they have that, they're exposed to that structured way of learning, having
yeah,
a timetable, following a schedule. Okay, be it, it's
yeah.
not just about academics, but it is about following that structure, having
Right.
having that self discipline. All
Yes.
that thing is also a part of learning that they do when they go to school.
Absolutely.
So when
Absolutely.
that is missing, I was just looking at how I could do that at home. Not just, I was not worried about, the curriculum or the content that they're going to learn. I'm not bothered if they're
Right.
not good at tables or,
Right.
something like that. But they need to
Right.
be in that, develop that
Yes.
biological clock themselves and then
Right.
get used to that structured way. So for that, as parents, I think we also have to play a part where we follow that schedule along with them,
Yes.
right? So,
Absolutely.
have breakfast. So it could be, I mean, I wouldn't say that this is the rule, because for me, I might prefer having breakfast and then stepping to work. For some, it is, finishing up with other chores, running certain other errands, and then sitting for work. So the priority of things of how to
Yeah.
manage can
Yeah.
differ,
Right.
but
Yeah.
having a stipulated time for every activity, a specific
Right.
schedule for each of it helps a lot,
Absolutely.
because you don't have to run behind the child to, or your
Yeah.
children to do something.
Because
Everybody
they are in
everybody
that
in the house
habit of,
knows your time. Yeah, they get into that habit, the healthy
yeah.
habit of participating in those activities.
Yeah.
So this is what I so once I identified the resources, I have my stakeholders acting at it.
Perfect.
and
Perfect.
and
And
then the
Yojana, just to point out, the schedule or the routine, as they say for children, is very underrated. And
I know,
many
I
a
know, I've
times
heard
we
that.
as parents actually treat it as a burden
Right,
than,
right.
the points that you are sharing. So probably, it's a good takeaway. The way you are looking at it is an
Right,
excellent takeaway onto how and why should a routine be followed.
right, right. I
Yeah.
think, I mean, rather than burden, once you get to know this and start following this, it's going to be very easy. It's going to be a
Very easy.
cakewalk for the parents because you don't
Absolutely.
have to really feel the burden of, engaging the children,
Perfect.
consciously and actively throughout the day. You don't have to be, it doesn't have to be a productive day every day on, I have learned
Absolutely.
so much, and then you don't need to fill in your timesheets that way, as a parent, because
Right.
that's not what we're looking at,
Yeah.
that's how. And so learning is happening in a different way for children. So identifying
Definitely.
that aspect and trying to give the best of that learning is something that we should be looking at as parents in this time.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
My keen interest is onto the multitasking because I am always multitasking. So
Right.
how do you do
Right.
that?
I know. I know. I even keep thinking about, managing two different things at this level, and then managing home, and then Vanshika's
Yeah.
schedules,
Yeah.
that's how I
And
think
you've been
you
so
and
supportive too in that journey, and that's anyway. That's not part of this discussion, but anyway, I would like
yes,
to point that out
yes,
too. That
right.
you've been
So we
really supportive. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. And I think we reciprocate that with each other because that's how we learn, as parents. And this is how we taking inputs from all parents, all moms. I end up doing that. I keep asking my friends, taking inputs and how
Yeah.
they're doing it. And I know we build
Yeah.
our own experience. That's more important because everybody gives
Right.
suggestions, we take advice and everybody says this is the thing. But I would say there is no hard and fast rule. We take the
Absolutely.
inputs we take the inputs and then we use it to build our own experience in handling
Absolutely.
our kids because our system, our organizational requirements are different because
Yes.
as they say, this change management is very unique to every organization, and so is it to our homes. So you
Love
just
this
have to
team. Yeah.
so yeah.
Absolutely.
So this is how I think, and I think with all this, the children also adapt fast and they enjoy. They enjoy. They don't feel
Yeah.
the feel missing out on something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Awesome. Awesome. So, as mothers also, this period has been quite challenging, and I can relate to it because, last year or before the pandemic, it was like, okay, my job is to send Vanshika to school, and then I get going with my
Yes.
work. And once she's back, okay, I'll see what I have to do with her, right? But it's
Right.
now 27, right? And I need to fit my schedule all around her,
Right.
right? And
Right.
so, there's a lot of multitasking, definitely. And it's just not about working mothers, it's also mothers who are at home, who are
Right.
all, who
Right.
have a lot of other things to focus on. It's equal for everyone, I feel that way, right? Now there's
Right.
a
Right.
lot of mental clarity that you require at this time, a lot of mental strength that you require, right? So how can we build that? This is something that we need uh, to assist us in handling this situation. And can you share in
Right.
your experience how you have been doing it? Because I have always found you to be absolutely cool, patient, and fun at the same time. And and you have a way of connecting with young little kids.
Yes.
You are their friend, yet you have your boundaries very very quietly drawn out. So how can we do that?
I would say, as you said, it's been challenging for everybody because as mothers, as parents, especially, you have to fill in all the roles that the children would normally be, exposed to. You want to
Yeah.
be a friend, you want to be a coach, you want to be a mentor, you want to be a playmate. So many roles that you need to play in, and
Yeah.
kids are very, very demanding because they
Yeah.
change very often, right? Once
Yeah.
it is this, once it is this, and apart from being the usual, the running the household stuff. And yeah, there are times when most of the times we do get anxious, and I am no
Yes. Yes.
excuse for that, because there's a lot of anxiety also that runs because of things happening
Yeah.
around us, you know.
Yes.
If you notice, the last pandemic year, the last lockdown was slightly, easy because people didn't understand the severity of that. The lockdown was being followed, the rules were being followed, but it was more like a vacation. You see most of them posting
Yeah.
some nice pictures, and
Yes.
we have also
Yes.
done this art and craft
Yeah.
activity that Surbi
Yeah.
has started.
Yeah.
That was,
Yeah.
all that kept us
Yeah.
very busy, right?
Yeah.
We didn't feel the pressure. Yet the second wave
Yeah.
has been a little hard and it's
Yeah.
crippled us in many ways. But experiences from that has kind of prepared us to, handle such situation at home. I feel with the work from home culture happening, and then with online schooling happening and all that, we have adapted to the new change more or less significantly, faster. So I think that is one thing that helps, because ultimately you have to keep the show running. So
Yeah.
analyzing your expectations at home from the children, or from your work expectations, or setting your standards first, is the first step to handle this situation, is what I felt. Because
Yeah.
so I have if it's in my case, I have a stipulated time for my classes. Every day, I spend about an hour for the classes, and an hour to prepare for all those classes, and then
Right.
understand the needs and all that. So it is during those times that I handle that. Apart from that, I think it's important that you take some me time off sometime in the day. Take a quick I wouldn't say nap or something, but something that would just relax you, watching the show, or just cleaning a space.
Yeah.
So just identifying your schedules that would keep you sane, I would say, will help you go through the day without much of stress.
Yeah.
So this multitasking gets a little easier in that way.
Right. Are you able to hear me? I think my video is
Yes,
stopped.
yes, your video is stuck, and then I can hear you though.
So,
I can hear you.
1 second. I think it started to rain.